Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Alhamdulillah, we finished Unit 6 and today we will start Unit 17, Unit 7, and this is our 14th video. 14th meeting we have today. The Unit 7 is about the fundamentals of geometry. In first exercise 7.1, we will discuss about the angles which made by parallel lines and are transversal intersect them. 3 or 4 types of angles we have. First, I told you that what are parallel lines. If two lines laying on the same plane never meet, touch or intersect at any point, then these types of lines are called parallel lines, and their distance always be same at any point. And when a transversal mean any line, cut these two parallel lines, then different types of angle made by that transversal. Before starting the exercise, I will tell you about the angles: vertical, corresponding, alternate, and interior angles. These all angles are made by a transversal which cut the parallel 2 or 3 parallel lines. Because we use the definition of these angles in our exercise, we give the reason that we have done in chapter 10 in class 7. With each and every step we write the reason that why these angles are equal, why these segments are equal. Same here, we will give the reasons with every step. The first angle is vertically opposite angle, and you see in the diagram there is a sign of multiplication. These are two intersecting lines and there are two pairs of angles. Lines are AB and CD. O is their common point. These are angles formed by two straight lines intersect each other. The two angles are directly opposite to each other through the vertex. What is vertex? Vertex is a common point where two rays meet and make the angle. For example, angle AOC and DOB. O is a vertex of DOB and also O is a vertex of AOC. You see that in the diagram these two angles are directly opposite to each other. So AOC and DOB, they are called vertically opposite angle. Same the other pair of angle BOC and DOA. BOC and DOA. They also are the vertically opposite angle. So when two lines intersect each other, then we have two pairs of direct opposite angles and their vertex is same. You see that in BOC or DOB, AOD and AOC, the common vertex is O. Yes, the next definition is about the corresponding angles. Two parallel lines are given and one transversal intersect them. Clearly you can see on your screen M and N. They both are parallel lines and a transversal L intersecting them. The following figure, the transversal L intersect the two parallel lines M and N. Consider these pair of angles. Now you see we have 8 angles over there. Angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7, 4 and 8. We make the pair of angles. 1 is a partner of 5, 4 is a partner of 8, 2 is the partner of 6, and 3 is the partner of 7. These pair of angles are corresponding angles because Both the angles are at the same position. Both are on the same side of the transversal. 1 and 5, 4 and 8. You see that the transversal L and these four angles are the same side of the transversal. Same if we see 2, 3, 6 and 7, the four angles are to the other side of the L, but all these four angles are on the same side of the transversal L. Both are the same side of the transversal and at same side of two parallel lines. So when we make the pair of the corresponding angles, 1 correspond to 5 and 4 make the pair with 8. 2 is a partner of 6 and 3 will be the partner of 7. The next angles are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Again, we have two parallel lines and a transversal intersect them. Now the lines are XY and transversal is L. You see on the diagram A, B, C, D, G, H, E, F. These are the angles of these two parallel lines. Now we see that which is the partner of which angle and make the pair of alternate angle. Consider the following figure in which transversal L intersect two parallel lines X and Y. The pair of angles B and F. B and F. Give the concentration to the figure. Where is B and where is F? They both are opposite side of the transversal and they not are on the same parallel lines. B and F, C and G. Both are angles on the opposite side of transversal and between two parallel lines. So these angles are called alternate interior angle because BCGF they are inside the two parallel lines. So that's why they are called alternate interior angles BF and CG. Yes, come to the next angles, interior angles. Consider the pair of mark 1, 3, 2 and 4 in which both the angles in a pair are on the same side of the transversal. They are same side on the transversal and between two parallel lines. These angles are called interior angles. 3, 4 are inside the parallel. They are on the parallel line. They are not under the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why 1 and 3, 2 and 4, they are interior angles of two parallel lines. Now we have some characteristics regarding these angles, corresponding angles, alternate and interior angles. That we said that if we add two angles, if the sum is 180, then these two angles are called supplementary angles. If the sum of two angles are 90, then they are called complementary angles. Some characteristic of these angles are here, corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal in size. Always they both are equal in size when we take the pair of these corresponding angles. If one angle is 60 degree, then other must be of 60 degree. Alternate angles are equal in size. Same corresponding alternate, they both have the same condition, same characteristic that corresponding and alternate angles are equal. Interior angles are supplementary angles. When we take the interior angles in between two parallel lines, the sum of that angles will be 180 because they both are supplementary angles. Now when we do the exercise 7.1 in each question and each part, when we are simplifying the values or calculate the angles, we must mention there the types of the angle and also the characteristic of the angles, that why we are adding them or why we are subtracting the angles and how we can get the value of the angle. So keep all these things in your mind, also the definitions and the characteristics of the angle. Exercise 7.1, question 1. Find the measure of angle PQR. There are two parallel lines, RS and QP, and they join QR. Angle R is 90 degree. When we have this notation in the diagram, it is understood that that angle is of 90 degree. It means that SRQ, angle SRQ is of 90 degree. And we calculate the angle of PQR, the value of Q. Angle Q plus angle R is equal to 180 degree. Angles on the same side of QR. I told you that two parallel lines we have PQ and RS, and QR is a transversal. So both angles are on the same side of the transversal, and we said that the sum of the interior angle are 180. So angle Q plus angle R is equal to 180. Angle R is already given in the diagram that this angle is 90 degree. Replace angle R with 90. Angle Q plus 90 degree is equal to 180. Shift 90 to the other side. The measurement of angle Q is 90 degree. Angle Q mean angle PQR, because when we are finding the angle, it will always be in the mid of the two variables PQR. Angle Q is 90 and the measurement of angle PQR is of 90 degree. And also we can see that according to the diagram, Q is of 90 degree. Yes, question number 2. Find the value of X. Now in this question, clearly two parallel lines and one transversal is intersecting them. The lines are A and B, two parallel lines. 115 degree lie on the line A and X plus 5 whole degree lie on the line B. We calculate the value of X. For this, we see that which angle we can take and find the value of X. 115 degree and X plus 5, they didn't match the definition of any angle. So we take also the angle A. You see in the diagram PAQ, PAQ. This is also 115 degree because PAQ and PAM, they both are vertically opposite angle. PAQ and PAM, according to the diagram, they both are 115 degree. Now X plus 5 and 115. What types of angle they are? They both lies inside the parallel lines. It means that they are interior angles. X plus 5 and 115. PAM, angle PAM, 115. They both lies inside the parallel lines. So according to the definition, the sum of these two angles will be 180 because they are supplementary angles. So we can write X plus 5 plus 115 is equal to 180 because the sum of the interior angle is 180. 115 plus 5 is 120. Shift to the other side. 180 minus 120 is X. So the value of X is 60 degree. Is it clear to you? I am repeating the solution of this question. See very carefully, look at the diagram. PAQ. PAQ is already given in the question that this is 115 degree. For our answer, we also make another angle in which is PAM. We draw this angle by ourselves in the diagram. PAM. this also be 115 degree because they both are vertical angles. 115 and 15, they both are vertical angle, and vertical angles are equal in measurement. X plus 5 and 115, they become the interior angles of the parallel lines because they both angle lies inside the parallel lines, and the interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means the sum of these two angles will be 180. We give the condition here, 115 plus x plus 5 is 180. 115 and 5 is 120. When we shift to the other side, we subtract 120 from 180 and the value of x becomes 60 degree. Question number 3. Question number 3. Angle 3 is 68 and angle 8 is 2x plus 4. What is the value of x? Show your steps. Show your steps mean you will give the verification with each step. And again, two parallel lines are given and one transversal intersecting them. The angles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. Only the measurement of angle 3 is given, which is 68 degree, and angle 8, 2x plus 4. This is given and we will calculate the value of x. Now first we arrange the angle. We see that which angles have the combinations. They are satisfying the definition of each angle, and according to this we calculate the value of x. See carefully in the diagram. 3 and 7. Angle 3 and angle 7. Angle 3 and angle 7, they both are equal. Why? Because they lies on the same side of the transversal and on the different parallel lines. They are corresponding angles. If angle 3 is 68, so definitely angle 7 will also be of 68 degree. Angle 7 is equal to 78. Angle 7 is 68. Sorry, this is 68. Now 7 and 8, they both are neighbors to each other. Angle 7 and angle 8. They both are neighbors to each other. Now we can simplify the value of x easily. We have two reasons there. If we add angle 7 and angle 8, they both are supplementary angles because they lie on a straight line. 7 and 8, they make a straight line. It means that the sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. And also they have one characteristic, that they are adjacent angle. Adjacent angles are those angles in which the vertex is common. So angle 7 plus angle 8 is equal to 180 degree. Angle 7 is 68 and angle 8 is 2x plus 4. 68 plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 180 because the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. 68 plus 4, 68 plus 4 is 72. 68 plus 4 is 72. We subtract it from 180. When we subtract 180 and 72, 108 will become. 2x is equal to 108. For the value of x, divide 108 with 2. X is equal to 54 degree. We write each step the reason with each step. Also, you write 2x plus 4 plus 68 is equal to 180. You mention here the sum of the supplementary angles, or you can write 8 and 7 are supplementary angles. You must give here the reason. And by mistake, I write here 6. This is 68. 180 minus 4 minus 6. This is not 6. This is 68. But when you calculate 180 minus 4 minus 68, the answer will be 108. Only 8 is missing. Otherwise, the calculation is correct. Yes, question number 4. This is same that we have done question 3. Angle 1 is 105 degree. Find angle 4, angle 5, angle 8. Indicate which property is used. Property mean we give here the definition or the characteristic of the angles which we have discussed in the beginning. Angle 1 is 105. Now we check the relation between the angles which are given to us and we find the values of this. Look carefully to the diagram 1 and 4. Which type of angles they are? They both are vertically opposite angles, and I told you that the measurement of the vertically opposite angles are always same. Angle 1 is 105, so definitely angle 4 also be 105 degree. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4, and the reason is they both are vertically opposite angle. Angle 1 is 105, so angle 4 will also be 105. Now is the turn of angle 8. 4 and 8. What is the relation between 4 and 8? We also can take 4 and 5. If you take 4 and 5, which type of the angle they are? Which type of the angle they are? They are vertically opposite. They are alternate angles. So angle 4 is equal to angle 8. And the reason is corresponding angles. Corresponding angles because they both lying on the same side of the transversal. Angle 4 is equal to angle 8. Angle 4 is 105 degree. So angle 8 is also 105 degree. 8 and 5, they both are neighbors to each other and they make vertical angles 5 and 8. They are vertically opposite angles. Angle 8 is 105 degree, so angle 5 also 105 degree. So according to the diagram and our solution, angle 1 is equal to angle 4 is equal to angle 5 is equal to angle 8, and all of these angles are equal to 105 degree. Come to question 5. Solve for x, also find the angle. First we calculate the value of x, and after finding it, we calculate the angle which is unknown. In the diagram, first part, diagram two parallel lines and transversal intersecting them. 75 degrees given and 11x minus 2 degrees given. This is almost the same that we have done question number 2. 75, we have two parallel lines L and M, and N is a transversal. Measurement of angle N, 11x minus 2 is equal to 75. What is the reason? They both are corresponding angles, so that's why we can write 11x minus 2 is equal to 75, because they both are which type of angle? Corresponding angle. Shift 2 to the other side. 75 plus 2 is 77. For the value of x, we divide 77 with 11. X is equal to 7. We calculate the value of x, which is 7. But now we calculate the value of the whole angle, which is 11x minus 2 degree. So replace x with 7. 7 multiplied by 11 is 77. 77 minus 2 is 75. And you see that One angle is given 75, and after finding the value of x, when replace x the value in the angle, we also got the 75-degree angle. It means that they both are equal angle according to the corresponding. Second part, two parallel lines. Again, two parallel lines given and a transversal intersect them. Pair of angles are x plus 139 degree and 132 degree. Which types of angle they are? Alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. X plus 139 and 132. You will see this diagram in your book because 132 lie on the other side of the transversal. So they are equal angles because alternate interior angles. X plus 139 is equal to 132. Shift 139 to the other side. 132 minus 139, it is minus 7. X is equal to minus 7. We calculate the value of x. Now for the value of the angle, x plus 139, we replace x with minus 7. Minus 7 plus 139 is 132. And again you see that the both angles are same. They are alternate interior angles and the value of both angle is 132. Part number 3. 20x plus 5 and 20x minus 5. Clearly they both are interior angle and the sum of interior angle is 180 because we read about the characteristic of interior angle that they are supplementary. Supplementary means the sum of these two angles is 180. So 20x plus 5 plus 20x minus 5 is equal to 180. When you remove the brackets, 5 plus 5 and minus 5 will be cancelled. 20x and 20x is 40x. 40x is equal to 180. For the value of x, we divide 180 with 2. X is with 4 with 40. The value of x is equal to 9 by 2 because after cancellation 180 and 40, 9 by 2 is left there. The value of x is 9 by 2. Now calculate the value of the angles. Two angles are there, 20x plus 5 and 20x minus 5. So for one by one, we calculate the value of x. 20x minus 5, 20 into 9 over 2 minus 5. After calculate the value of this expression, we got the value of angle is 85 degree. The next angle is 20x plus 5. Again, we replace x with 9 over 2 and calculate the value. The value of the angle becomes 95 degree. One angle is 85 and the other is 95. When you add these two, you see that the sum of these two angles become 180 degree. The same part is fourth, same reason, same calculation. X plus 109 and x plus 89. According to the definition, they both are interior angles and interior angles are supplementary. It means the sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. This part is same that we have done part 3. X plus 109 plus x plus 89 is equal to 180 degree. After simplifying the equation, the value of x becomes minus 9. Now we put one by one the value of x in the first angle and then in the second. X plus 109. Replace x with minus 9. Minus 9 plus 109 becomes 100 degree. Then come to the next angle, x plus 89. Minus 9 plus 89. After simplification, it becomes 80 degree. After adding 180, you see that the sum of these two angles become 180, and it satisfies the definition that the interior angles are of 180 degree. The sum of these two angles are 180 degree. We have finished 7.1. Only 5 questions are there, and with each step you will write the reasons why you are doing the questions equal or you are adding the angles. First, you learn the definition of all these angles. Yes, students, this is the review exercise of chapter 1. Objectives are given there. I think that you have already done this, but you can tally your answers with this. Part number 1, if A is not the member of set A, then symbolically it is denoted by A does not belongs to A. Option C is correct. Which of the following is not a set? According to the definition of the set, in that one, no element is repeated in the set. D option is a correct one. The number of subset of these of the set 0 is 2. The subset of the 0 is 2. Why? Because one subset is empty and the other is 0 itself. So two subsets are possible subset of this singleton set. Number 4, a set consisting of all subsets of the X is called power set. This is the definition of power set. For three sets A, B and C, A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. Which property is this? Associative property of union. For any two sets A and B, A minus B whole complement is equal to A intersection B. Seventh part is if U is equal to 1, 2, 3 till 10 and A is 2, 4, 6 till 10 and B is 1, 3, 5 till 9. B is odd number, A even number and universal set is 1 to 10. Then A minus B whole complement is equal to set B. You will calculate this. First you find A minus B and then take the complement with you. You see that your answer will become equal to set B. Eighth part, if P of A is equal to null A, B, the set A is equal to, you will choose the last element of the power set which is AB. The set A will be AB. D option is the correct one. Ninth objective, if null is an empty set, then complement of the null, then whole complement is equal to the null. C option. Again, I'm repeating the options. You see, first option C, second option D, third option B, fourth option C, 5 option C, 6 option C, 7th option B, 8th option D, 9th option C. We have only one exercise left in 7th chapter, 7.2. 7.3 is not included, and the remaining objective, inshallah, we will complete with 7.2. Okay, students, thank you so very much. Allah Hafiz.